Welcome to our Week in Sports Recap from the North Sports Network. I'm your host, Evan, and we are back with another episode.
Hi, I'm your host, Raheem, and today we're going to be talking about the start of the basketball NBA season. And we're going to begin with talking about Kyrie Irving and what's been happening with him.
Yeah, so to start off, as the NBA season is coming to a start, as the preseason is on way already, as the Lakers played the Nets today. And some big news from the NBA this week. Like Raheem said, we have Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins wanting not to get the vaccine, which means they can't play games at home the whole year.
Yeah, it's been a big controversy just to begin the season, and a lot of fans are wondering what will happen to Kyrie Irving. And rumors has it that he'll either be traded or he may just get extra pay to get the vaccine.
Yeah, people are saying that the Nets are thinking of actually paying Kyrie Irving to get the vaccine, which is so dumb because the other guys just did it for free. And now Kyrie Irving is getting paid to just get a shot, which I don't understand, first off, why he can't just get it. Like, the Nets could also just trade him away because why not? If he's not going to play half of the games in the year. And it's just not good for him. He doesn't get another championship. He won't get money. And he's just not playing basketball, which is just not good for that caliber of player.
Like any other job, I feel like everybody has responsibilities to come in and do the work. And if he can't do that, they're going to have to go towards more drastic measures. And hopefully they don't have to do such things because Kyrie Irving is one of the biggest faces in the NBA and one of the best ball handlers, if not the best ball handler of all time.
Exactly. I think Irving, first off, just needs to come to himself and use his head. If I want to do this, if I want to be in the NBA, I'm just going to have to get 2 shots and that's all. If he can do that, he'll be playing on opening day. If he can't, he'll be sitting on a bench at home or in the stadium, I don't know what the rules are, not making money, which just doesn't make sense if you're an NBA player. But let's put that to a...
Yeah, obviously he probably has some sort of crazy reason, maybe like how he thinks the earth is flat and he has his crazy scientific stuff. But he probably has some sort of reason. I'm not trying to back him up here, but there has to be at least something pushing him not to get the vaccine.
On press day, he just shoved it off. He's just like, I'm not going to talk about it. Same with Andrew Wiggins. But now let's go to our next thing this week. In our Ben Simmons situation, which we've been talking about for the last few weekend sports recaps, and it's a real big deal because Ben Simmons is being a total dum-dum right now because he thinks he's a LeBron James type player. He's going to get paid the big bucks. But what's in reality, he literally passed up an open dunk in the Eastern Conference Finals and thinks he's the best player in the world. So, I don't know. What do you have to say about it, Raheem?
Yeah, according to what just recently happened, the 76ers will not pay Ben Simmons the $8.25 million that is currently due, which was a big shock since the due date was October 1st, and we're currently past that. I expected him to get traded, along with many other people. And due to all of those things, his former NBA star teammate has been throwing shade in his direction.
Yeah. Well, Joel Embiid, the teammate of Ben Simmons from day one, has thought of this situation as just outrageous, and he called it disrespectful, which is huge from his part because he's not that big of a guy who throws shade at his teammates. But one of his teammates is in LA doing nothing and is requesting a trade to all these LA teams because he wants to live the life. He's just sitting there playing no basketball, has no work ethic, and is just thinking about himself. And back to what I was saying before, he is not that good of a player. And yeah, he's a top defender. But what matters now is what matters in today's NBA is scoring. And that's one thing Ben Simmons can't do. And if he's not going to be working on that in training camp or with his team, I don't know what he's thinking he's going to be getting paid this new contract or doing anything such things like that. He's probably going to get traded, to be honest. Like to a bad team, like the Timberwolves or the maybe even the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, those were probably the main trade destinations I was thinking of, along with the Pacers. I've been talking about where Ben Simmons may go. I do not know what's happening with Ben Simmons. I feel like he'll have to sit out for a bit, wherever he goes, but he is not that good of a player that as he claims to be, which is quite tragic.
Yeah, he started off his career, his probably rookie season was probably his best year. And he has just tailed off. A lot of people thought he's going to develop a shot. Still hasn't happened. And we'll see how it goes. You can't really predict what the Sixers will do. There's a lot of trades outrageous ideas that they've thought of that did not go through. And, well, what happened is now he's not getting paid and is not going to be playing NBA games until he is.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is just trash. I hate him.
Sure.
I had to say it. I do not like Ben Simmons.
So do I. But now we're going to go to our other big thing, which is the NBA, who unveiled their new classic uniforms for the 2021-22 NBA season. How do you feel about how the Warriors, Knicks, and Celtics jerseys turned out?
Actually, I'm looking at them right now. The Celtics one is the best by far. Warriors not so close second, and then we got the Knicks. Knicks is all right.
Okay, that's your opinion. You do you, but I do not think that is the right opinion. Obviously, he's a biased Celtics fan, if you did not know that by our podcast a while back. Personally, I like the Warriors one. The Knicks one's all right, and the Celtics one is the same thing as last time.
It's different. It's the most difference that they've gotten in a jersey in a long time. They don't have anything on their jerseys, I guess. Except for this time. This time they got more green.
All right. You can say that. I think that's an opinion that can be discussed. But now we're going to talk. Obviously, I really like the Warriors as they put that blue and use that 3D font, which a lot of people like, and bringing it back to the days that they were the Philadelphia Warriors really brings out that team that they are. And also the New York Knicks, who went back to the jerseys that they played with a while back, and I think they look fresh. Thinking to the Celtics, I mean, the shorts are pretty cool, but the jerseys I don't think have changed since their since their home jerseys from last year.
Hey, they are a bit different. The font is like, I don't know, it's like fancy.
All right, let's go to our next topic.
Celtics 2022 NBA champions. You heard it here first.
Yep. All right. Keeping with the Celtics on topic, let's talk about one of the Celtics' probably second best player right now is Jaylen Brown, who got injured this playoffs with a finger injury, and he says post-surgery he feels lighter, faster, and stronger than ever before, and is ready to suit up and play at the top of his capabilities for this 2021-22 season. How do you feel about what he said?
It may be true. The court reveals the truth. I say that a lot. He has to prove his worth in the next game. And sometimes I feel like you need a restart just to get things going. And I feel like having an injury and just getting back into what he does may have been a bit good for him.
Well, he had a big year last year, obviously made the All-Star team, and was probably one of the best players in the NBA, as he had a huge season, as in his career is averaging 15 points, and the season before that, he only played 57 games and didn't really produce that much. But in this season, that is a whole different story. In his career, he has really only been a kind of good player, but he has showed out from 13 points to averaging 24.7 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists in this past year.
Yeah, because Jaylen Brown obviously had a breakthrough season, an amazing season last season, right before he got injured. Obviously, the timing I don't think was the best for that jumpstart into his All-Star status. He made the All-Star team last year, but he will be better this year in my eyes. He has been training. He's been getting ready. I believe that he could be better if he tries and keeps going.
Well, he claims to be better. I think I might believe him on that front. But I can't really say that he has, I don't know if he's going to be this caliber because he was real good last year. And keep in mind, guys, he's still young. And the Celtics have a lot of capabilities with this new young core being this good. And this could be a big, big thing for the Celtics next season as adding Jaylen Brown and a rising star in Jason Tatum. That will help them a lot.
Yeah, along with that, they did add Dennis Schroeder, their point guard. He missed out on quite the opportunity, but he got a better one over at the Celtics. And I feel like that combination may be better.
He way overhyped himself. He thought he was like $100 million man, but he turned out to be $8 million from $80 million. So I don't know what he was thinking. But another thing that a lot of people are a bit skeptical about is these new NBA foul rules.
Yeah, I do not honestly like them.
I mean, a lot of guys are going to really get hurt by them and their play and how they do, including like guys like Trae Young, guys like James Harden, who really embraced going into the defender and putting up shots. A lot of people really don't like that because it takes a lot of time out of the games and it's kind of boring just watching people shoot free throws. And the NBA wanted to make the play of the game more entertaining. So, and for just these stupid fouls to just go away. Guys like Dame Lillard, guys like Trae Young and James Harden, like I stated before, will have a huge blow on how they play because launching when you're shooting into a defender that's going up is now considered a foul against the offensive player.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily agree, but, well, now that's a new rule, obviously. But I do not agree. I think that more rules are just kind of ruining the fun out of the game. And it's just like more versatility and more trick kind of plays. Not necessarily trick, but drawing fouls, I feel like is a fun part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes could be annoying when it comes down to like a fourth quarter or overtime where there's only a certain amount of time left and you have to put something up, but a foul becomes drawn. I feel like that is a good thing for that, but minimizing like parts of the game isn't the best, I don't think.
Yeah, well, other things are kicking their legs out when players are shooting and using their arm to hook around a player. I feel like it's not that I don't like the rule, but it's not like it's my favorite, right? It will like minimize injuries, like what happened to Kawhi Leonard a while back in the finals from Zaza Pachulia, but it's not like it's going to do that much. It's going to, fine, I'll put the pace of play up or something, but I don't think that's that big of a deal because basketball's a really fast-paced sport compared to others. And it's not like they're in need to put in some new rules to make the game faster. But, I mean, if they want to do that, they can. It will just hurt a lot of people. Like Trae Young, also another thing I have to say about that is Team USA could have added him to the team, but they didn't think he would adapt to the rules of the national game because of they don't call those kind of fouls.
Oh, I did not know that. That's a good observation for Team USA, but I wouldn't say good enough to cut him off.
Yeah, well, they had it. Kevin Love and
They had
Bam
Kevin
Adebayo,
Love
so.
and Bam Adebayo. Yeah, those two. Not the best.
And JaVale McGee, which didn't make sense.
And JaVale, I forgot about JaVale. They could have really picked anyone, but they decided to pick those three. I don't know why they picked those two.
I mean, they still won, so it doesn't really matter. I think they'll end it for.
They barely won. They barely won.
They did. I think they'll end it for a basketball part of the segment. Now let's go to baseball.